Mama's in the mirror watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi, and she goes, "Oh, girl, you gotta hear this one. A man was arrested for running a theme park, and when they said, 'Where's your license?' he said, 'My dog ate it.' Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Girl, you gotta hear this one. Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, "You'll never guess what's with their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get us out of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up." Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Girl, you gotta hear this one.
Hey everybody, kind of a special show today. We've been talking about this for a while, but we finally made it happen. I have friends. Who would have thought, right? Welcome to the channel, Snipe Hunter and T3.
Hey,
Oh my god,
how are you?
T3 is here. Snipe Hunter, I love you too. Do not get me wrong. But
yeah,
T3.
I'm the same way with the T3. So
I still don't get why, but thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Because you're awesome. That's why.
Yeah.
This is true. Now,
yeah.
If
you're
you
so
can't
humble.
praise yourself a little bit, listen, if you can't praise yourself a little bit, you got no right praising anybody else. I judge myself harsher than I judge anybody else. So
exactly. I hope everybody is having a great day. I'm exhausted. I'm thoroughly exhausted. Like, my mom raised a bitcher. She didn't raise a bitch, but she raised a bitcher. I will do stuff, but I will bitch, moan, and complain the entire freaking time I'm doing it. That was today at the gym. I complained the entire time. I did all the work, but be damned if I didn't, tell the owner of the gym how much I hated it here today. And I love the owner of my gym. I love the owner. She's amazing. I got it in. Well, I didn't have a choice. This morning was competition club, and I already paid for it like 2 months ago. So it's kind of like you paid for competition class to help you prepare for a competition. You need to actually wake your butt up and go.
What are you competing in? I'm not.
CrossFit.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing my first individual competition in next month. Actually, a month and 4 days. And I haven't done an individual competition in any sport since 2019. So.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, refer all complaints about this stream to Heidel, and you can get her boss mod.
Yeah.
By the way, hi Heidi.
Yes. Heidi ho.
She is I swear, she's like the super mod on YouTube. Like, she's everywhere and does everything. And I don't know how she does it, because I can't. She shares my stream out to everybody and shares everybody else's streams out. And I'm like, how do you have this much like attention to detail because I don't
Mhm.
like got
No,
complaints
I
from a
only
sponsor.
ever modded for like one person, and that's only because he made me. And it was just like, come on. But I got trained by Iron Rabbit, so
Iron Rabbit's a good one. Iron Rabbit and Wolfram are like the go-to, like where I learned
oh
I'm not a good mod by any means, and I'm a worse mod since I started streaming for myself. Like all I can tell people is hit that like button and share the streams and like contribute if you got Starbucks money. But like I'm not good at the making things sound nice and how she does all of this. Like
mhm.
I just especially on my phone, I don't know how people do it. I'm not that smart. Yeah,
No,
Wolfram is
I'm
the
not
OG
messing with
mod.
the phone. I'm not
I
messing with
just
the phone
I
when it
just
comes to
always
that.
make myself so immature and that nobody wants to make me a mod. That's
Oh,
how I keep it.
well, a
know.
mod is one of those things where you have to trust people because
Yeah.
like these are people who have power to do things in
Oh
your
yeah.
channel. So like all of my mods I personally talk to behind the scenes. Like these are people who I will message on Discord, on
Mhm.
Twitter, on whatever. Some of
People
them
you
have my
trust.
personal phone number. It's and we really don't have anything super planned for this stream because I know that I can talk about a whole lot of nothing,
I can
and
talk
make
about
it work.
anything.
Exactly. Okay, I have to go take care of
Yeah.
a toddler.
Yeah.
You got food?
No
You guys do
worries.
what you gotta do. All
Little
right,
comes first.
Yeah.
you could
We've
you.
talked
They're
before.
taking over.
Yes,
She
we
was
have talked.
talking to you.
Oh, I don't know anything. I
This
have a
is my
joke for
first
you
time.
though.
This is my virgin voyage on her channel. So
Yeah.
no, you get to run it.
I have the perfect joke for you since you're a wrestling fan.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you call it when Dwayne Johnson buys a cutting tool?
I don't know.
Rock pays for scissors.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Yes, that's the whole point. If they were good. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, she's gonna regret leaving us alone.
No, she's not. I'm a good girl. I know what
No.
you're talking about.
Did you get some
But she's
snow
gonna
the
be
other
very
day?
happy to see her that her chat is giving her
Yeah.
super chats,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
almost
and
call them super
gifted.
tips. I'm so used to the super tips from the other shows.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Gift
those? They're
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
done a
from the
couple of
yeah,
them because I like making Nick Mercatus say, really weird things on other people's channels.
yeah.
Because it just gives me a weird, sick thrill to make him be like super sweet and like really like
Oh.
just beta sounded and it's coming out with Nick's voice. And I'm like, oh, I hope he heard that.
Oh,
I'm sure
man.
he
I'm gonna have to find out where you're hanging.
does. I like doing stuff like that.
Oh,
He's fun to tease because he always,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not afraid to come back at you. So
No, and he is yeah. He, he learned some humility lately too, kinda, which
well,
was, I
he
think,
saw
hard.
how quick you can fall off that, pile of gold.
Well, and
Slippery
he
up there.
didn't right away. He
Hmm.
came back and was kinda and then I think he finally yeah, he's been much better about it and yeah, much more
The thing
humble.
the thing with the
Yeah.
Nick situation, he's humble. It took a while only because of all the chaos surrounding it.
Yeah.
The fact that when you're, detoxing, because they had to,
Oh,
whether they
yeah.
were addicted or not, their bodies were going to go
Oh,
through,
yeah. There's still
a stage of withdrawals, several of them. And he just once his mind got right and he was able to find a little bit of peace, I think that's when he looked back and said, "Oh my
yeah.
God, what did I do?" So
Yep.
that changed him. But it
Yep.
changed him for the better. So, I believe God
Yeah.
makes everything happen for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
when I heard him apologize, kinda because he said it wasn't just he said he just thought it was to his family, and then he said, "You know, I really hurt a lot of other people that I didn't realize kinda counted on me." And that's when I finally would start listening to him again.
yeah, we had that discussion too. So
Yeah,
he
It's
did a lot of apologizing behind the scenes
yeah,
for everything that went down and thanking everybody that remained, you know, his friend and didn't throw him under the bus for a couple clicks.
yeah,
yeah, it's
So,
one of those things of you really find out who your friends are in a situation
mhm.
like that,
yeah,
and who stands by you and wants to help you and make sure that you know get better, and who just wants to make a buck off of you and only use you for clicks.
Oh, I yelled at him. Like there was no punches pulled. Like I yelled at him and then I never asked him for any kind of details or anything because and he was willing to get and I said, "No, I don't need to know because that's your business. Like you need to stop telling people things."
Yeah, I
So,
am all for like keeping your private business private, and when people like when you give people a little bit of information, even if you're being genuine about it, they'll take it and run with it. And
yeah.
it,
yeah.
That's why I
I
give
actually
personal information that's old because once I've dealt with it, you can't use it against me. I don't care.
yeah,
and
It's not a weapon anymore. There's no
and
power.
and my mother, we're having a good conversation without you. Well, thanks, mom.
yeah, um, yeah. I actually quit listening to him about, like, 8 months before any of this stuff happened. I saw it coming. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what, or it just became uncomfortable for me to watch him anymore, and
It became
it wasn't
uncomfortable for me to watch anybody else because they were all just pounding on him with just things
yeah.
that they made up, like that they found in their
Oh,
imagination or the rumor mill. And it was
yeah.
like, this man is literally drowning. His entire family is drowning, and you want to pour a waterfall over his head.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
why
but I
would you
mean
do that to another person?
yeah, but I mean before
It's not like he's a Democrat. No I'm kidding.
no. No, but I'm
I
talking like
had to.
I I'm a big fan of, like, Steve Gosney, and I was of, Jeff, Lorax I was
Yeah.
big on the that was the kind of people I really went to when I left, Ricada, and
Hmm.
so it was like that was the type I went to, and it was just yeah,
Gail
because I
brings
got uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Gail brings up a really good point. Some people just need to talk bad about other people. I'm convinced. Like,
Oh,
and if you do feel the need to talk bad about someone, don't do it on the freaking internet. Like, that's
yeah,
something you tell your significant other. Like, hey, this person's really pissing me off, blah, blah, blah. And then you work it out, but you don't blast other people's dirty laundry on the internet unless they do first.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, but
Oh yes, and for those of you who watch Mo in the Deep End,
yeah.
JKD Buck gave an update on Mr. Mo. He's home and resting per Mo's update, and her update that
Oh,
I messaged her and asked how everything was going. She said she was going to go home and sleep like she was in a coma.
yeah.
So
Her husband had surgery? Or,
yeah, he was in the ER Thursday night,
Was it
and
like gallbladder or something, or
something like that.
what?
I don't exactly know
Yeah,
what surgery he ended up having. I didn't ask. I'm one of
yeah,
those people where I will support you if you want to tell me things,
yeah,
but I'm not going to pry.
yeah.
yeah.
So, and I know she's put out a couple updates on her community
The
page. I
one
have
this
not
morning
actually
yeah,
seen them because I
Oh,
just haven't looked.
gallbladder.
yeah,
So,
this morning was very emotional when she was
I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
sure
She was
that
very
emergency
tired.
gallbladder surgery is no joke. Because once your gallbladder goes, it shuts down your liver, it shuts down your pancreas, and it's very hard to come back from that.
hey, Spawn. Sorry, I had to. I saw your comment, but I had to go. Like I had
Oh,
to take care of a potty training's a thing. So when potty training needs
Hi.
to happen, potty training needs
hello,
to happen.
Spawn.
Yes,
And
hello, all of chat. I don't know like 90% of you, but hi.
So T3, for those people who don't know you in the chat, which what are you doing, people? Go figure it out. Who are you and what do you do?
Who am I? I am a Jersey girl, first and foremost. I am stuck living. Hi, Squad Bob. How are you? I am stuck living in South Central or Western Central Pennsylvania, in the bottom left-hand corner of Pennsylvania. There's a lot of mountains. There's a lot of birds. There's a lot of freaking snow. So it's like that's what I'm doing now. I just moved within Pennsylvania 2 months ago. So my son and I have our own apartment here and we're good. And basically I just, I'm working on getting better. I got really, really sick. When I got the jibby jab, it reactivated a dormant strain of Lyme disease. And it went undiagnosed for 2
Person
years.
that's heard that or told me that, but I've heard people getting like things that diseases and issues that they had 10, 15, 20 years ago. All of a
Anything
sudden,
autoimmune.
all of a sudden being on the forefront and causing a whole lot of problems.
Yep. And that went undiagnosed. That took away my mobility. I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't do anything. I started having tremors and brain fog and then memory lapses. And then I would just like lose consciousness. And it wound up, the Lyme disease had attacked my brain, my spine, and my lymphatic system. So I wound up with lymphedema from the waist down. And that was diagnosed but untreated. They just wanted to give me oxycodone. And I looked at the doctor and I said, I don't want that script.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, no.
And
I have a
and
very addictive personality. I can't.
when I hear people say like they have lymphedema and their doctor just leaves it alone and doesn't treat it and like gives them a med for it, I'm like, oh my God, it make as a lymphedema therapist, it makes me cringe. I get like, if you don't know anything about it, that's fine, but refer your patients to somebody who does. Like
The thing is, the
treating it
people that
out.
do only take private insurance or cash. In Jersey, it was terrible in Jersey.
Interesting.
Like health, any kind of health related field, they are so inundated that they can't possibly cover everybody. They can't see everybody. So they start, well, if you get Medicaid, we don't take Medicaid patients anymore because there's just too many of you. So they send you to one place if you have Medicaid, where you're 200 people deep in a 12 by 12 room. And eventually 8 hours from your appointment time, they'll call your name, look at you, sign the paper, and push you out the door with the script. That's it. That's what they do.
It makes me cringe. I mean, like, I'm just like I understand that like we have limitations on, resources, but at the same time, it's like, I know how to help, but I just did.
Yeah.
If I was an OT and not an OTA and I could actually like do evals legally, I would start my own little, practice because it's ridiculous the amount of people who tell me that. And like lymphedema it's not that it's easy to treat, but it is manageable. And lymphedema patients were my favorite because they were willing to do whatever they needed.
Oh yeah, we'll do anything.
Like,
anything.
It's just this healthcare system in the US is like, it's pushed beyond its limits, but we started being so money focused because it started with Medicare. Medicare is the huge problem because whenever Medicare changed their guidelines, so did every other company. And now
I get Medicare.
Medicare is the source of all evil.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I didn't ask for it. And they take out $250 a month for it. Everybody's like, you get free. I don't get free nothing. Like, the government did this to me, and now you don't want them to pay me. No.
Yeah, well, that's like, I don't know if you saw my rant against a certain very large creator from the Daily Wire who went on a rant about a politician who is 100% service connected yet has a job and is running for Senate. I don't
Are we
like this
talking
particular
short and whiny or bearded and
bearded
ridiculous?
and
Okay.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
expert
He
on
makes
everything who knows nothing. Yeah.
he makes men with
I
beards
get it.
like look bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I went on
Had
a
some good takes.
tirade and I got blown up in my own comment section. Like I usually get people who leave shitty comments, but people were like, you shouldn't be 100% working. I'm like, tell me you don't know anything about VA healthcare without telling me. Like, tell me
Mm-hmm.
you are so like. There's a creator called the Civ Div who I would love to get on here and talk to. He's always streaming. He's always busy, but he is a, for lack of a better term, expert at VA disability claims. And I'm like, I need someone to explain exactly what this process is because it's not like it's like the government screwed me up. It's like getting workman. I can't sue the government for workman's comp. This is my workman's comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This
It's
is me
like,
just trying to survive and raise a family on my own. On pennies.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's
So it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And then they're like, oh, well, we're going to cut. Don't cut nothing. Like they did a cost of living increase. I didn't see one increase in the amount. My bills all went up, but my income didn't.
and that's
And
the
it's
thing. It's
never
like,
proportionate.
I mean, there are people who take advantage of it,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. However, the average person who fought for years to get it, like I was 0% for my headaches. I had brain surgery and they only rated me at 30% for my headaches, which in VA math is like ended up being 10% of my total number. So like I went from 80% to 90% after I had brain surgery. The doctors actually proved that my brain is there. It doesn't work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine either.
But
And
it's
that was my, my thing, my memory. See, God humbles you when you're too proud of something. I was
yeah,
too
I have
proud of my intelligence and my memory retention, and now they're both like going away.
I went
So-
I went bougie. Like I got these nice like notebooks. I mean, they're not
Mm.
like super nice, but they're lined and they have page numbers and like this is where like my whole life ends and starts. I have one for like the gym. I have one for each channel. I have one for just general what I need to get done in a day. I have one that I like write down like what I did so I feel accomplished. Like
Mhm.
I write down everything.
I'm gonna, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that, the accomplishment one, because I beat myself up all the time because I'm not as productive as I used to be because I could solve the world's problems before and now I freaking can't. And it drives me nuts because that's what I do. That's what gets me up every morning is okay, who needs this? What needs to be done? And I can't do it. So when I don't do the big things that I did, I feel like such a failure and I feel lazy. And I know that's my mother's voice in my ear, but it's horrible. So maybe that'll help, like listing all the things that I got done because that's what I do when I talk to him. He's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "Well, I did dishes and then I did the laundry," and I get all excited about it because I couldn't do it for so long.
I write
I mean,
I write
3
down like
years.
laundry,
Yeah.
but then I write down laundry washed, dried, folded. Because washing and drying is the easy part. It's
Yeah,
the
I know.
3 to 5 business days that it takes me to actually fold and put away laundry. So like when I do it
Yeah.
all in one
Yeah.
sitting, like
Mhm.
when the laundry gets washed, dried, folded, and put away all in one day, it's like
Yeah.
hallelujah.
Oh,
There's
Yep.
still
like
I'll
there's
look
still
at a pile of laundry with dread. I hate that.
there is still
or
a
like
load of laundry in the dryer that is dry. It is clean and dry. It's just
Gonna get
not really
wrinkled.
folded yet. It's fine.
yeah,
The thing is
Gonna
if it's
get
in the dryer,
wrinkled.
I can always
just
restart
tumble it a
the
little
dryer.
longer.
There
Yep.
you
I can
go.
always,
Yeah, see, I have
no,
to go to the basement to do it. It's a paid thing. So as soon as it's done, I run down, get it, and bring it back up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the benefit
And
of
it's
owning my own. Like the greatest gift I've gotten as an
I
adult
know.
in my life
I
is a
remember.
washer and dryer.
I remember those days.
The minute
Oh,
the day our washer and dryer was delivered was like I love this. This is my favorite thing in the world.
That's when you know you're a
Like,
grown up.
oh my
Appliances, that are big
Yeah.
make you happy. Not little ones, big
Yeah.
ones.
yeah.
Oh my God, I got a new stove. It has 6 burners. Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. And you're just
Yeah.
like, you're over the moon about it.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you look at your parents and you're like, why? Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
a
just
stove.
got excited over a washer and dryer.
Yeah. Look at the
Ice
shape of the
plate
ice
over
cubes
curtains.
coming out of the refrigerator. They're neat ice
just
cubes.
Oh
I just wish it
yeah.
wasn't so loud. Like our
Yeah.
machine, I hate to use it when everybody's asleep because I'm like, our refrigerator is just so damn loud for ice, and I'm like, can
Yeah. Some
we've
are.
got technology where you can hook up your phone to your refrigerator to see what's inside. I never want that. However, that you can't figure out how to make a quiet ice maker
Is it
or
the
like a
machine
dispenser.
itself or the ice dropping?
It's the ice dropping.
So
And
get
we
like
have,
a pillow or something that you could put the cup in the place, and before you push the thing,
well,
put the pillow over it to buffer the sound.
it's not dropping into the cup. It's dropping like it's inside the motor when you actually
Oh,
hit
Yeah.
it. That's what's like.
well, what
Oh,
about getting like a
You
silicone
know,
base?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, I'm not
Because
a. I
if
have
you get
a
like
Frigidaire.
just a piece of silicone, put it in the bottom of that base of the bucket, it
Um.
should keep it
Well,
from making that big sound.
I don't even know what the mechanism inside looks like because I have a French door refrigerator with water and
oh,
crushed and cubed ice in the door. So it's that kind of a situation. Whereas like the motor when it like releases
No, that's
ice.
what YouTube is for.
Yeah, that is true.
Look it
There
up.
was
I'm
a
yeah.
sure
person
somebody
that
took that
do
apart and
that.
made
You
it
know,
quieter.
I can add a little something to this that will be totally you two will not be expecting. Um, my sister and her husband were getting like in their ice maker, getting small pieces of plastic, and they couldn't figure out what it was from when they would finish their glass and stuff. Well, then they found out that their daughter-in-law had put a bag of breast milk up above the ice maker, and when they used the ice crusher, the breast milk had went through it and been crushed into the yeah, they had
Why does
a
the ice
they had
taste
a
like
bag of breast
cantaloupe
milk.
juice?
I was glad it wasn't me, and yeah, my brother-in-law
Oh,
was like he said they were just about buying a new refrigerator, they couldn't clean that out quick enough.
oh, please. They should have
They
just
were
ate the ice and gotten smarter. They would have had a little
oh,
immuno boost and been fine.
I mean,
if you
colostrum is really good, so I can't imagine breast
yeah,
milk.
but
I mean, there's a reason that it's good
if
for babies.
if
Like,
you'd known their daughter-in-law at the time, because she is not their daughter-in-law now, if you'd known her, I would not have touched that.
I'll tell you something. They could have made that into a business. You know how many weird people
Oh,
out there would buy breast
yeah,
milk ice?
ice
You could
yeah,
charge
it
200
there
bucks for like a little
oh,
thing of
yeah,
it.
there are
yeah,
bodybuilders that love like
Mhm.
oh,
love breast milk,
I'm sure. Oh,
And
but
yeah,
now
I
they put
know
colostrum in supplements. I'm like,
they have
I don't want
hired.
anybody else's
yeah,
breast milk. I'm good.
Well, I mean, colostrum is
I don't
literally the reason it's so expensive when you have it in a supplement form is colostrum is literally only like 3 or 4 days, the first 3 or 4
Hmm.
days of
yeah,
human
Yeah,
breast
that
milk.
was all my son got because I couldn't make breast milk. I made colostrum, but I had a
I was
thyroid condition they didn't know about that
I was
stopped me
so
from making
worried about
prolactin.
not being able to pump. I literally cried over spilled milk one day, and,
Oh my
like,
God.
I've never cried over spilled milk before, and I crying over spilled milk is real. I've done it. I
Hmm.
literally spilled, like, 3 ounces of breast milk and broke into, like, a full-blown panic attack, and my spouse is just looking at me like, "What what is going on here?" I'm like,
my
See,
"This
niece
for
is
my
my
daughter,
niece
I
was
could have
actually
fed a small nation.
my
Like
niece
there
is
was
a
easily a gallon.
I had
my
about
niece was
200
actually a
ounces."
breast milk nurse, like, she did where she would help women right after birth,
Yeah, like the La
help
Leche
them
stuff like that does
she
that
would
too.
help them get yeah, and any that had problems and stuff, she did that for quite a while. She was really enjoyed that, and
I've never
yeah, lactation nurse.
I never had to talk to a lactation nurse, but like the first day in the hospital, my nurse was like, "She's not as fragile as she looks. Like, hold her there."
Mm,
She's like, "Hold her like a football because she's small enough." And I'm like, you know what? That's actually pretty easy. But like, not to get on the breast milk thing, but like the worst pain I've ever had in my
oh,
life.
yes.
No,
Yes. Yes.
nothing like childbirth is painful. Do not get me wrong. But when you are breastfeeding and you have a clogged duct, that is the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. I would compare that to like a kidney stone. When something is just not
Which is like
working
labor pain.
the way it's supposed to, and it's something is too big to fit through the tube that it's supposed to go through. It's like sucking a grape through a straw. It just does not work. And like I'm trying everything and I'm literally crying to the
Mhm.
point where like it's just painful. I'm like,
I'll keep
why is
that in
this
mind.
happening? Oh, that wasn't that wasn't a huge issue for me, but
For me,
the
it was.
clogged duct it was. Oh my god.
I went from an A cup to like overflowing double D's overnight. It
That's what I
hurt.
got anyway.
Like it hurt a lot.
I didn't really change much.
Oh, I
They
changed a ton.
they were big to start with. They were big after I gave birth, and they're big now. Like it is what it
Mm-mm.
is. Like it's
Bless.
and Lori, how are you doing? I saw you in the chat. I hope you're feeling okay. Message me if you need me. But I'm just gonna clear these gifted memberships and this super chat real quick.
Go for it.
Ungung Hero, thanks for the $5 super chat from the great state of Tennessee. Finally got a vacation.
I love
Nice,
Tennessee. I would
nice.
love to live there.
Hopefully, he'll be a resident of Tennessee, not in the distant future,
I
not
hope
so
so.
distant future. But right now, he's stuck in northern Illinois.
Oh.
And Ungung Hero, thanks for the 20 gifted Squid Protocol memberships. Always turning that chat
Woo-hoo.
green. And then Squad Bob, you have 1, 2, 3 gifted memberships. So if you got a gifted membership today and you are the
Awesome.
replay crew, thank either Ungung Hero or Squad Bob because I couldn't do this without y'all. Like, yeah, my mom, you could be like me. I have none. Yeah, my mom's a card carrying member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Ah.
I
Yeah,
see
but
Heather May had
gravity will always be your friend.
Yes.
yeah.
Like,
I see Heather May asked about, did ever know the women would be talking about breastfeeding on here and stuff. If she thinks this is an odd conversation for me, she's never been to Shenny's.
I just figure we had to
Because
pay him back for all the dad jokes he
yeah,
said in my chat yesterday. He was trying to
well,
distract me so much in my chat yesterday with dad jokes, and I was doing my
I
best to ignore them, but I saw every single one. I just didn't read them.
yeah, you know why? It was for
Why?
a purpose, because I don't like seeing you, um, you were how shall I say? It concerns me sometimes when you're talking about the what the hell stuff, and I don't
Yeah.
like to see you
It's just
disturbed by
and
things.
I appreciate that.
I get
Pithy,
worked up.
yeah, pithy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get worked up, and it
There you go.
I don't enjoy that. I like when you can talk more, uh,
It's just
or not rationally, that makes you sound like you were hysterical or something, but when it's more matter of factly, you're
It's
talking
He
just
only
one of
likes
those
to see you be
situations
mad.
where, like, I said something like, I lost subscribers because I said a certain thing and people hated me for it. I said a certain thing and I was, "No, that's not true. This is this the judge is this, the judge is that," whatever they said. And yesterday in one of the judge's orders, he literally said, "I'm not getting sanctions because the case is on a stay." And
right.
courts generally don't impose lawyer or people to do major things on a stay. And I'm like, I said that back in October, and people are so mad at me for it. And I'm like, but But it's like one of those points of like, guys, sometimes you just gotta step back from situations and like just take a breath, stop getting personally involved, and just take the big picture 20,000-foot view. And sometimes things look really bad when you are emotionally invested. But when you take a step back and you're like, well, wait a minute, that seems like common sense.
Mm-hmm.
When I say it out loud. And it's like, yeah.
People don't like to find out that they're wrong, and they really don't like other people to know that they're wrong because they don't like to apologize. I feel like if you're going to be out here and giving opinions and picking sides, you have to be good at one, defending your points, and two, dealing with people who are against you and who differ from you. And if you come on new information, which you're bound to, and you have to change your opinion, you can apologize. If you can get on here and be honest and apologize when you're wrong, when new things come to light, I think you have every reason to be here and share your viewpoint. It's the people that get up here and they put the blinders on and they put the earplugs in their ears and they just get angry that drive me insane.
Yeah.
So you don't strike me as the type who just takes one stance and goes no, and then la 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 to everything else.
And I will even take when I take a stance, I'll be like, I'm only working with what I got here. Like, if anybody has any other information that would, change my opinion or that I don't have, or you think I'm not presenting it in the right way, or let me know because I am
Well,
open
you're
to
having conversation.
respectful.
You want a conversation. They want to fight.
Exactly. I am not the smartest person in the room. And even if I was, my brain is so damaged that I can't remember if I was or not.
You keep saying that. Your brain is very impressive. I've seen you for a long time. So
I appreciate that. I just like I said, there's a reason I have so many notebooks. It's because if I don't write it down, like
told you, I do too. I got 3 of them right next to me and a legal pad.
Yeah, I got.
But I go cheap. I do dollar store.
Yeah.
I have the calendar right in front of me on a little corkboard with everything written down. Otherwise, I have no idea where I'm going all week long.
I am usually like a Dollar Tree fanatic. I watch I watch this channel called Vivian Tries, and she has, I want to say, 700,000 subscribers right now. But she will literally buy the new products from Dollar Tree, open them up, and test them out. And she's not always knowing what she's trying or why she's trying it. She's like, I've never tried the dupe or the regular product of this, but and she'll compare the dupe, the name brand and the Dollar Tree knockoff, and she'll open them up, test them, and I'm like, you know what? I appreciate this because then even though I'm spending $1.25, $1.50, I know I'm not spending my money on crap. But my notebooks, I have to get a little bougie with my notebooks because of the fact that I even have one in each different colors so that I can not have to write on the front of them to tell what they are. I'm like I said, there's just certain things that I will be a little bougie on, and that's one. Northern peeps, send your snow to South Georgia. No, Squaw you do not say that. You can snow. You can travel up there. Don't tell them to bring that shit down here.
They were telling us a day ago, and I canceled stuff for today because we were going to have a blizzard starting today and all this. We have went from the area was going to get between 8 and 20 inches of snow. We're down to 1 to 4 inches. It's like,
Shani, how are you? And
hello,
she's
Shani.
Hey, Shani.
I'm forgetting yesterday. I don't want to write shit down that isn't making a difference in today. Yeah, that's true. No arguing there. Not can't argue to that because sometimes there's shit that I'm glad I can't remember.
Yeah.
And there's always that point, when I worked with patients, they were like, well, I can't remember anything past, when I collapsed. I had a patient that was running on a track and had a heart attack. He's like, I can't remember anything past collapsing. And I'm like, you know what? You had CPR and broke 6 ribs. There are better things. There are some things that just are worth
Well,
forgetting.
your brain, you take it as a bad thing, and I do too a lot because it bothers me not to remember things now. But it is its way of protecting us. I mean, if you have horrible pain that you're going to relive, like if you're one of those people who can re-feel it just by thinking about it, then your brain's going to not like think about
I feel like when other people have pain and they tell me about it, that I can
it.
like.
Yep.
Oh,
So
You
I'm
get
not a
sympathy
huge
pain.
believer in like all
Yep.
of that kind of stuff, but I'm wondering how much pain that I've had in my life is not exactly mine, but has just like I manifest because I hear other people talk about it. And I like try to empathize and I feel it and then it, I don't know.
You're an absorber. That's what you do.
Yeah. And here's a eh, for all everybody in the chat and everybody on replay crew, if you watch the chat replay, everybody's links to their channels, including Shenny and anybody who has a channel who has friends in the chat. Um, all our links are dropped in the chat. So if you are on replay crew, watch the replay, and anybody who's in chat, their channels are linked because I don't gatekeep YouTube. That's another thing, like, people on YouTube strike me because 'cause they're like, "Don't talk to this person or don't talk to this," and it's like, I'm gonna
oh,
talk to whoever the damn well please.
Yeah, I've only ever banned 2 people, 3 people,
When
from my Discord and not even from my YouTube. There's
when
one
someone did
person
get banned
banned
from
on
my
YouTube.
YouTube, I usually unban them, like, 2 or 3 weeks later because I'm like then there was one person who came back, apologized for the comment. See, and that's the thing, grown up,
Mhm.
apologize. I don't like what this person said to me. I got pissed at them, I blocked them. I unblocked them. They came back. They apologized for what they said, and oh, we moved on like adults. Like it's a weird thing around here.
It's what
Like
you do when you're not,
oh,
morally and
yeah,
emotionally and psychologically corrupted.
yeah.
that's true. Uh,
Some people
I
just really enjoy targeting other people they see as weak. And when they don't fight back, they take that as a victory. And it's like, no, you're just not worth me fighting with. I'm not
and
wasting my energy on you. I have limited energy. It's not going toward you.
I know, right? That's why
Thomas
I don't hate people
Anderson.
or hold grudges because it takes too much mental energy, and I'm lazy. Uh,
Hmm.
Thomas Anderson, thank you. Quick statement before I leave. If you can admit when you're wrong and adjust your opinion based on new evidence, that's the mark of an excellent person.
I
Thank you.
agree.
I don't claim to be perfect, and I know I have a lot of faults. However, I will admit when I'm wrong because if you don't, like, I don't like when that happens to me and other people, and they can see the evidence and they still claim to be right. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be that person because I know how annoyed that makes me. I can't imagine that, imagine that annoys other people too. So I'm far from perfect, and I do have lots of faults, but I try.
Well,
Thing
yeah, and
is,
I'm
you're
a
a
person
public
that
figure too. Whether you want to be or not, you're on here. Other people are going to be watching you. You're setting an example. If you set a precedent that's bad, someone is likely to follow it. If you set one that's good, someone is likely to follow it. And I prefer to, I used to do the bashing thing because that's what was expected of me, with the people I hung out with. Then I changed people and I was like, I don't like being mean. I can be. I'm very good at it.
I'm from Jersey.
But I
Kinda you're
don't
like,
like it. So I
yeah,
just
I'm
my
stopped
watching
it.
Jersey Shore. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Oh, I'm a scrapper.
yeah,
We'll
my
go.
ethics and morality stay pretty constant. My thoughts on certain topics can change some, but that's because my ethics and morality stay the same. Because if you things can change the way you look at things if you are honest about it, you know. So you can modify, but your actual the way your life is being led should kind of stay fairly straight. I don't like people that I see have these huge swings in how their life, they will claim to have these huge revelations.
Oh
I don't
God, the
I
epiphany
don't
people.
Yeah, I don't trust them that much. You know, I like people that have more that it's been a steady jog towards a goal kind of thing, you know? Maybe they've changed over their lifetime, but it's like a steady, you know,
They put the work in.
that yes.
Mhm.
And I can fully like when people like this what the hell side. There are people changing sides what seems like all the time. And
Mhm.
like it's not and somebody was angry. The person who is blocked from the channel was angry that I let people that they didn't agree with in my chat. And they were like, "Well, this person's been blocked on other channels." I don't care. I am not other channels. I am me. And if I act like other channels, it might get me clicks and might get me views, but I am not being me. And then it's going to be harder for me to do whatever I want because I'm not going to enjoy myself. So like
Mhm.
and it's those people who have switched sides or have like seen they some of the people are like, well, we don't trust them. They had an epiphany. Well, that's fine. Like I take things at
Oh,
face value. So if someone says hey, this person wronged me, I don't feel the same way as I did. I'm taking the opportunity to look at all
yeah,
the information that I didn't have before because we got in an argument or whatever the case may be. I I might not be like best friends with that person, but I'm not gonna be like, well, you were on the wrong side of this. I hate you forever. I'm like, just
no, and that's not what I'm more talking about the guy, like the one we watched the other day, the sentencing hearing for the, young man that,
Bad boys turn
offed
good.
his no, he offed his stepfather and mother,
Okay. So
and
oh,
the opposite.
and
Nick,
suddenly and and suddenly he was, a born again Christian, and
Oh, yes. I know a
yeah,
couple murderers who now just they tell well, I don't
I
talk to
mean,
him anymore, but used to send me mail filled with different Bible verses. And I'd be like, dude, I went to
yeah,
Catholic school all those years and you're spouting to me? I'm not in jail.
yeah,
Like he would tell me you're on the road to hell. I'm like, bro, I'm not the one behind bars. Never have been.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I didn't kill my girlfriend and throw her in a river. That was you, dog. Like that was you.
like
I
there are
am
people
innocent.
who
Oh, I'm sure. Like you were the only one there, but you're innocent. Yeah, she beat herself up and threw herself in the river.
yep,
yeah.
gave myself two black
Well, yeah,
eyes and
I mean,
decided to take a non-swim.
He read too
yeah,
much Family Circle or Family Circus as a
yeah,
kid, where you have the
but
not me
that's the
monster.
more yeah, that's more
Remember
the
that?
people I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
what one?
Family
Yeah.
Circle. Remember, it was a cartoon.
Oh,
It
yeah,
literally was a
not
circle, and
me,
all the kids. Yeah, the not me.
not me.
I used to
And,
love that. See,
and the
I do
chat for
that.
this
The
stream is freaking
trail.
amazing.
That's hilarious.
That's that's the Shaggy defense is what I call it. Wasn't me.
Mm, wasn't me. But
Oh my god,
like
now I'm
the
gonna
what
have that
the
song
hell
stuck in my
people?
head and I'm gonna blame you.
Sorry. She saw me
Yeah,
banging on the sofa. It wasn't me.
wasn't me.
Oh, that brings me back to like my sophomore year of high school or
Oh, yeah.
freshman year of high school. Damn, I'm old.
I was like 31, so
Yeah, I was like
be
16,
quiet.
15.
Listen, I had my insurance guy, my health insurance guy, hanging up the other day singing Phenomena because he had me on hold and I didn't know that he could hear me. So I'm sitting there going, Phenomena, do, 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 Phenomena. And he came back, he was like, thanks for that.
Oh,
I was like, so when he goes to hang up, he was like, you have a good day, Phenomena. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
that's
It,
another thing that we learned on Shenny's one night. Do you know where that comes from?
Sesame Street.
No,
That's all you're going to tell me because in my
no.
head, that comes from
we're
Sesame
not
Street.
yeah, we're not changing the innocence
No.
from my childhood. We're just not doing it.
Okay, it comes from a Swedish movie that has a lot of um a
Swedish
really
stuff in it.
bad a really bad yeah, like 1970 Swedish movie with a lot of
Ooh,
ladies
so
running
it's a
around.
phenomena. Do do
Yeah,
do do.
yeah,
Phenomena.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Oh,
yep.
shit.
Ah,
It's
Once
really
again, you can
bad
see
too.
me on the
It is
screen.
on.
Not
If
saying it
you
out
want
loud.
to find it, It's on YouTube if you
Oh,
want the
yeah.
link.
There's some shady things on, yeah.
It's an art movie.
You all are young. I still remember getting Rolling Stones classic albums when they were first released.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
You think I'm
but
young? I'm going to be 52 in 2 weeks.
yeah.
That's not
Happy
young. And
birthday.
thank you. Um,
40.
I
Like,
had the Rolling Stones albums. I had the one with the zipper on the cover that you unzipped his jeans.
my first CD, like, I didn't have 8 tracks. I was beyond that. I had tapes.
Oh, I had 8 tracks.
I had tapes. We used to record the radio, the good old days.
Yeah.
But my
Mhm.
first CD was Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Oh,
Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi was my first. My mother bought it for me.
mine was probably Toto.
I had the Dangerous Minds soundtrack, but my mom made me get the
Toto?
edited one because I was in, like,
Yeah.
2nd
Oh.
grade.
Toto. I would I
That's when Walmart sold CDs.
Oh,
oh, mine was
yeah. See,
probably
I'm
like
old enough to go
Target.
to Sam Goody.
Yeah,
We
mine
had
was
the
I am
Sam
Target
Goody
too.
store.
Center.
I am
I
too.
loved Sam Goody.
Or when, was it Borders or the bookstore had, the whole music section that you could go and just
Mhm.
listen to anything.
Yep.
Like, I would I would go and just listen. Like, I wouldn't buy anything, but I would just listen to all the music.
Oh, yeah. My mother would shop all day. I'd spend the whole day in Sam Goody and Walden Books. That was it. She knew where to find me.
This right here is one of the truest statements ever. Far too many people get offended for other people.
Oh,
And
That's
I
the
will
thing about the what the hells. I was when this first started, and you can ask Winnie, I had a whole thing on Jeremy and George that I had done. I had all these pictures, I had their story all laid out because nobody really knew it at that point. It was very, very much in the beginning. And then this thing happened within maybe like 2-3 weeks of it. And I was just getting ready to like jump in and I saw how people were and I said, no, this like I would have definitely my
yeah.
channel would have taken off, but I was like, yeah, I can't deal with these people. Like all these people are rabid. It's not their life. Like it's
yeah,
not their
that's what
life.
I don't get.
Stop like acting like you know all the truth about everything. And it's a personal vendetta now that you've taken against everybody. It was ridiculous. I watch
Yeah,
perfectly good creators get, roasted
I've
alive. And I was like, I'm not doing it.
and I've literally watched, like, people who I love and I think used to think the world of, go down this rabbit hole of, like, not being able to see, like,
Mhm.
their own hand
The
in front of
forest
their
for the
face because 'cause
trees.
they're too,
Yep.
like, and it's just one of those things of, like, someone mentioned it the other day, but, like, they like to talk about one thing and, like, one thing only and go deep into it, and they're not the kind of person that can jump around to different topics. I have to talk about different topics because I will get so bored and
Same.
I will start, like, when I was covering Hales, not almost every day, but every time a new document would drop, which was damn near every day, it started to be so, like, all consuming and people would DM
Mhm.
me things and it's like, I don't care. And it's not personal against anybody. It's just not my life. Like, I have a 3.5-year-old who I'm trying to potty train. Like somebody else's drama in a different state is interesting from a legal standpoint, but at the end of the day, not my problem.
That's
And it's
true.
like, I'm not trying to be mean, and
Well,
people
yeah.
get so offended, like, "Oh, you're not friends with Jeremy Hills." I'm not friends with the cashier at the grocery store. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be a bitch to her.
Right?
Like, it
Yeah.
And you at
just
least see
because you
her.
don't or just because you aren't friends with somebody doesn't mean you hate them. Like, it's an all or
No.
nothing world, and I'm like, we gotta stop this. Most of life is lived in this gray area in the middle with nuance,
I
Yeah.
and a lot
literally
of
had this
people miss the
conversation
nuance.
yesterday. You're so
And
funny.
Stacy, I saw you. How are you? Hey, Squid panel and chat. How are you doing? And then K Bird. Like,
Yeah.
it was. I joke with K Bird because I don't always agree with K Bird and their opinion, but they were the
Mhm.
one who somebody else tried to get me to ban because they were timed or they were banned in other people's chats. I'm banned in other people's chats. Like, does that make
Oh,
me
I'm
a
sure
horrible
I'm banned
person?
plenty.
I found out I got timed out in a chat here
I don't
not
even
too
let
long
people, like,
ago.
my mods won't. You all
Oh,
know, like, everybody that
there's
has a
a
wrench from my chat, do not ban somebody, do not time them out.
oh,
Somebody's giving you a hard time, just point them out to me. I will do it.
oh,
And my
I
mods
know
have a little bit of discretion, but
yeah.
um,
Oh, yeah, they do because one of them did.
yeah, what somebody got
Yeah,
timed out yesterday because she was like, "Y'all need lives," and I'm like, "This is my life. Thank you very much. If you don't like it, you don't have to
yeah,
be here."
yeah, one of
And
yours
that's the
timed me
thing, like,
out.
just leave.
Do you know how many channels are on YouTube? Like, I would love your
Yeah,
viewership, but at the same time,
yeah,
I do not do YouTube for some person hiding behind a keyboard who wants to be rude to me, who would not say that
yeah,
same shit to my face.
yeah.
Oh, that, and I say that all the time. I'm like, everybody on here is so brave. And they're like, she's so quiet. She talks a big talk, but she doesn't. No, see, I'm not gonna sit here and type. One, I don't type fast because I never took typing. So it just aggravates me. I'm going back and forth and losing my
Oh,
anger because I have typos. And two, like, I would rather settle it face to face. I'm old school. Like, it doesn't mean I'm gonna hit you, but I want you to look me in the eye. If you got an opinion on me, come tell it to my face. Because
And
I'll
I
tell
told
you, I'll
and
tell you all about
I
you.
say, if someone wants to hate me and wants to hate on me, I will send you a link and you
Yep.
can be on camera. You have to turn your camera on. You guys don't because some people just don't turn their cameras on. But if you're going to talk shit to my face, you're going to turn your damn camera on. And it's the only
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
and the
Nerds to that. Nuh-uh.
well, and the
Haven't done
only
it yet.
reason like if
there.
but people will call you all kinds of names, but I've realized
Yeah.
they will call you every ist in the book. But
Mhm.
the one thing that I have never been called on certain topics is wrong.
Oh,
Which is,
yeah. Yeah.
Interesting conundrum, isn't it? You can call people will call me all kinds of names
Oh,
and say that I'm awful and I'm this, but they will never tell me I'm wrong.
because they can't. Don't. I know it's upsetting. It's
why?
very upsetting, and they pick anything they perceive as a weakness. That's what they jump on, and that's the mob mentality. They're so loud together. It's so they can drown out the truth that's being told to them, and then they turn because they feel mighty on one person because it's the only way they can win. That's the
True.
only way.
And
So
it
honestly, when they attack you, you should feel vindicated. You should feel like you won because the only reason they're coming after you is because they can't take the truth that you're saying and they can't take the character that you say it with.
and that's true. And I understand that I am not everybody's cup of tea. I am rough around the edges. I'm like, tell it like it
Girl,
is. I
abrasive
don't
is
sugarcoat
best.
shit.
Stop it.
Huh?
Be
Abrasive is best.
abrasive.
Yeah, because
Well,
Okay.
I'm too nice. I know I'm
some
too nice.
Thomas said, "Does winning watch any of Chase Hughes' work or videos?" Might ask the same with Talking Trash and Truth. LOL, good data as far as I can tell. Chase Hughes is one of my favorite people on YouTube. If you don't know who Chase Hughes is, he has his own channel, but he's part of a behavioral panel. I watch a lot of their videos. Chase Hughes, I
He's
watch
part of the four.
I watch every video
Chase, yeah,
that Chase
Chase is the one
does.
with the brain issues, right?
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, I love
also,
him.
trained like, he's been doing a lot of, videos on psyops and
Mm-hmm.
the media, and I'm like, that's kind of one of my, like if you had to make a list of, like, dream people to work with or, like, to have come on your channel and talk to,
Mm-hmm.
he would be it. I'm not a good interviewer, like, sitting down and asking questions. I'm not really good at that, but I love having conversations with people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, "Oh my god, I would love to talk to Chase Hughes." Not like he'll ever see this or anything like that,
You
but
don't know that.
Chase Chase Hughes, Brandon Herrera, and, from Outkick, Clay Travis. I would those are
Yeah.
the 3 people that I would, like, absolutely love to have a conversation with on this channel. I mean, like, yeah, never gonna happen, but, a girl can dream.
You don't know that. Listen,
Yeah.
Winning wanted to get this really famous author of this bunch of books that we had been doing the audio readings on Rumble of. And he happens to work very high ranking, within the government or whatever. And he's good at finding out everything about everybody and very hard to get in contact with because he doesn't put his contact info out there. And I found him and I talked to him. I left him a message and he called me back. And then after we had a conversation, he called me back again. And I was like, he was like, just making sure it's you. I was like, but he was on board. The thing is, he wanted, more information about people than we were willing to give. So that wound up falling through. But he was up I told this guy everything. He told me I'm like his sister. I remind him of his sister, but this is somebody like very powerful in the United States. And I had him on the phone and I'm cursing. I'm, being me. And he was fine with that. And he was willing to do it. So please do not say you can't do it. Send them a text, send them a DM, send them, a voicemail, leave messages, all that stuff. If it's meant to be, he'll get back to you. But he's never going to do it if you don't try.
True. And like I'm just so awkward with that. I'm like, I don't want to come across as like a groupie or like someone. The thing is I don't want to come across as a clout chaser. Like that's my thing with talking to bigger creators. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to gain subscribers by talking to this person. I literally am just fascinated by this person and just happen to have a YouTube channel.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
If somebody thinks, which inevitably they will, if you get anybody with more, like clout than you on your show, if somebody thinks you're doing it just for clout chasing, what does that do? Does that affect you, or does having somebody on who's going to enrich your channel, your mind, and your life, and possibly the lives of the people that you interact with, is that more valuable? Because the person who's going to hate on you and talk crap about you is just mad they didn't do it first.
Well, I used to do a hater of the week segment because
that sounds interesting. I love that.
They want their 15 minutes of fame in the comment section. So who am I not
give
to
it to them. Absolutely.
Like Lips, the dumb lawyer from Florida, or former lawyer from Florida, she called me a felon for reading court documents, and basically didn't mention my name because I'm not a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
She called it practicing law without a license, publicly available court documents. So I'm like, what did I do? Instead of suing her because she didn't actually mention my name, she just mentioned everything that happened on my channel that day.
Yeah, the roundabout.
Yeah. And her chat mentioned my name, but she didn't exactly say it. So I can't sue her. And two, she has 2 houses in foreclosure. So why would I want to sue somebody who has nothing? That'd be a waste of
bitter life. That's why she's like that.
However, I will make content out of her. So I used to do it every Monday. And then when I cut back on my streaming to focus on my other channel, I was like, well, every time I get bored or every time she opens her mouth and says something, we'll do a stream because I am petty. And I am not going to directly talk shit about you, but you put your dirty laundry in court filings that are publicly available. And you accuse me of a crime. Practicing law without a license is a serious crime. And
even in Georgia?
Who am I not to put your dirty laundry on the fucking internet because you put it in publicly available filings? Who am I not to show your shit stains to the world?
Fair game.
You want to be a bitch. My mom didn't raise a bitch, but, well, yeah, she did.
Mine did.
Yeah, we know that.
She didn't raise a bitch in the week standpoint. Like, I am not scared of, like, when I made that video calling Matt Walsh a dunce. Matt Walsh has 3.4 million subscribers. Like, he could bury my channel.
Hurt his feelings.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, I don't care I don't care if it's the damn president of the United States that I'm talking to. If I have a problem with you, I will let your ass know. Like, my mom didn't raise a weak bitch. She raised a mean bitch.
Now, the one that you got to try to get, though, yet is either Don Shipley or his wife.
Don Shipley. Oh, my God. That's another one.
No.
That I know somebody that supposedly knows Don Shipley.
Even his wife would be great.
Well, yeah, his wife is more awesome than he is, but
Yeah.
She's the kind. She's like Mrs. Spawn, who will like hit him with a cast iron skillet if she gets
Yeah.
pissed. Like you want to I need a new frying pan. Let's go. Let me dent this one in your head so that I can get a new set. Like write it down. Yes, write it down. She takes after me. Well, there's two people in the chat that you can blame for my attitude right now. This is one of them,
Hi, Mama
and
Squid.
the other one is right here.
Hi, Papa Squid.
Her stubbornness and his straightforwardness and inability to hide what he feels, combined with her stubbornness, is me.
Mm.
But the problem is I get bored easily. So like, and this is so not to bring up the Jeremy Hale situation,
ADHD you?
but my thing with Jeremy Hales is he's getting all the haters are giving him attention because he's giving them content. He is
Mhm.
talking about them and makes them relevant.
Yep.
And they feed off of it. So they keep talking about him, knowing that he'll talk back about them on his channel and they'll have content. He's giving them content. Sometimes I wish he would just he's like the president to me in the sense of sometimes I don't hate them, but sometimes I would wish they would just shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
Because you know what I mean? Like when people stop talking about me, I don't talk about them unless they talk about me. So you stop talking about me, I'm gonna get bored just going on and on because you're not responding, so it's not fun anymore.
Mhm.
Like that's one of the reasons I stopped talking about Lips so much is she stopped talking about me. So guess what? I got bored. The minute
Yep.
she comes back on YouTube or there's an actual update in the cases, I will talk about her. But like when she stopped talking about me, it was boring just to talk about her with no response because I wanted a response because I wanted to get under her skin. And the minute I realized that I wasn't getting under her skin anymore, or her husband unplugged the internet and I couldn't get under her skin because she couldn't see me, it got boring.
You're
And
grounded. No Wi-Fi for you.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of my point with Jeremy Hills, though. I'm like, what happens if he goes 2 to 3 weeks without mentioning anything? He will still get views. He will still get.
You'll fall off the radar.
I'm wondering if they will actually just go away because they have no content.
You mean the taggers on the coattail riders? That's the
well,
ones you're
the haters, the people who hate him, who make a
Yeah.
living out of hating him, and
Mhm.
it's like, and I don't understand the anti
You'll
what
go
the
hate
hate
somebody
people
else.
either, because I'm like, how can you spend so much time hating someone that, like, I don't understand like, it
Because
takes too much mental energy to hate somebody. I
that's the
don't
thing. You're a good person with a good heart. You empathize with people. You are. I can tell. Like listen, being a bitch doesn't mean you have a bad heart. Being a bitch is usually a sign that you have a very, very good heart that people have taken advantage of one time too many. So you learn to be a bitch. Nobody my sister was born a bitch, but like for most of the time you become that way because people take advantage and they hurt you, and that's your defense mechanism. And you need that. That's your survival tactic. But when it comes to like these hating people, the world right now to me is such an angry, unstable, immoral, hateful place. It propagates this type of thing. It literally gives birth to these people every moment because they're so saturated in lies and deceptions that they don't trust anybody. They don't even trust themselves. They turn around and they just hate everybody. So that's all they know how to do is attack with no basis, no facts. Don't let facts get in the way. It's emotional, this hatred.
Yeah, and this one right here, he taught me to not use emotions to make decisions because emotions can change second to second. Facts generally take weeks, months, years to change.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, if I got super emotional and made a decision based on emotion, like, you could end
You'd
up
have my life.
screwing yourself over and
Yep,
making
you'd have my
really,
life.
really bad decisions. Like, yeah,
Wow.
Damn, Papa, I wish you would have had that conversation with me. That would have been
well,
great.
you put it in a different way, but that's like the non-political
No, but
version.
that's very helpful advice because that's what I've been doing the last I don't know, maybe 2 years, whereas I don't react, because action and reaction are very different, and I always was a person who thought, "Well, I took action." No, I didn't take action, I reacted, and I made really bad decisions. So I just gotta take a minute. The world is not gonna come to an end if I take an hour or a day or even a week to think something over, then make a decision, because you can't, to be frank, you can't put the shit back in the horse.
That's
No,
true.
you can't.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
I've
it's
can,
learned
but I
that.
don't
it'd
think
be
they'd
very
like
messy
it, and it would be
situations.
very messy. Yeah, that would be very messy.
Yeah. Well, and so many people are so cynical now. It's
hmm
I am not. I really have tried not to be cynical, even in politics.
Try
I I
hard.
I try to think of people as not that they're good people with, bad ideas or something. They have good intentions. They aren't. It has become more. I've become more aware that there are people that don't have good intentions, but I don't think it's the majority of people like some people think it is, or at least I hope it's
I
not.
agree.
The squeaky
You
I,
wheel
know,
gets
I
the
agree.
grease.
Yep.
yeah,
It's
it is
because
kind of
they're
that.
loud and upfront, and they're look
Yeah,
at me all the time.
yeah, yeah.
That's why they're so
It only
noticeable.
takes 10 or 20 out of 400
hmm
to be to really lead something and
So
make it
Well,
another
one
annoying.
way to
bad apple
look at it is
spoils
to
the
be
bunch.
like
Yeah.
the people who have their like entire relationships and post photos together on everything and look so happy all the time on social media are generally the most unhappy and miserable people in their
Yep.
relationships. The people who stay off social media and keep their relationships off social media are generally the ones who are happier with their overall life. They make better decisions. They don't make decisions based
They're
on
more secure.
optics. They're more secure in themselves. They don't need
hmm
verification from other people. However, those likes are very nice. So please, if you are
Oh.
watching this stream, please hit the thumbs up.
Yes, please validate our
Yeah.
little
Validate
endeavor
my
here.
Yeah.
emotions.
Otherwise, I will never stream with these people again. Damn it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
I
Can't do that. No.
was
She
pumped to
means
do
it.
this today. I was.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I can't wait. Because,
And
it's
it's
This is
conversation with somebody who's not me.
that's true. Like I can talk. I can, and that's the thing. Like, and I said this when I have other people on too. Like, y'all, all three of us stream, and all three of us stream solo. So when you get multiple people who stream solo, and this doesn't just go for here, this goes for YouTube wide. When you see a panel with a bunch of creators, and you're like, stop talking over each other. They're not doing it on purpose. We
No.
just don't like dead air.
yeah.
We don't like dead air, and we're used to cutting in and back and forth and jumping. Like, I know most of like what's gonna come after what I say, but if there's something I have like one sentence, I'll interject it and know that somebody who's used to having conversations like that with multiple people at once knows you just keep going. Like, you don't stop just because I made a comment in the middle. Like, they heard me, they heard you. Everything can coexist. Like, it doesn't have to be, it's your turn. Like, that drives me crazy. It
And that's
does.
one of the reasons, like, I don't like interviews, so to speak. I
hmm
just like to have conversations with people because I feel like an interview is like question, answer, and it doesn't
There's a
flow.
right and wrong.
Versus like just a
hmm
conversation. Hey, how you doing today? So why'd you start? Like and discuss and have conversation. I'm good at conversations. I'm not good at interviews. So that's what
Well,
also makes me nervous about having people that I haven't talked to before on my channel. Um, because I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
yeah, the timing can be a little odd too, and I'm not real good alone I'm much more comfortable with somebody else just because then I'm better at a conversation than I am on my own because then I just sit here and go, what should I talk about? You know.
I don't know. When you did your
Well,
chronic
that
pain,
one was
that was amazing. You
yeah,
did
that
so
was
good.
different. I had a whole planned out kinda actual
Also, one of
notes
my
and stuff.
favorite things that you do is your painting streams. To just,
Yeah,
like, be able to
Yeah.
those are the streams that I generally get the most
I
work done because
Yeah.
they calm me down, they focus. I have like an outlet to say hi to people without like going completely like off the rails, and then I go back to work. And like, but it's calm. I like it's I'm
Yeah.
watching somebody do something that I have absolutely no talent for, and
Yeah.
it's
I need
fun.
to I need to do that some more. It just that started
Yes,
to
you
bother me a little because, um, the medication that I've been trying for the movement stuff has not been successful, shall we
so
say.
you point that out. You say today's
Well,
stream is
yes,
gonna be this, and just for
yeah,
funsies, we're doing it with tremors. That's all.
yeah. Well, yes, but it isn't that
Because
much fun
everybody's got to learn to get
when
through their struggles, and seeing
I
you go
know,
through
but
yours and still produce something beautiful, that's inspiring to
yeah,
people.
And
but
that's also when you can do abstract art.
but it can hurt actually at
That's
times.
that's
So
true.
Yeah,
so it
that's
and it but I will get back to that again. It's just
I'm wondering.
at
See, then
times
that's
it's
when you
difficult.
say it hurts to do what you love, my brain
yeah.
goes into OT mode. So excuse me while
Yeah.
I like look like I'm
Well, it
zoning
and
out.
I don't yeah, it's not like that kind of hurt.
Like the
I
soreness
mean,
and tiredness.
no, it hurts to not be able to move the way I want to be able to move.
You mean it hurts emotionally?
Yeah, a lot of it is.
Okay, yeah, I get
Sometimes it
that.
hurts physically, but that isn't the biggest thing.
I
Yes,
mean, I
and
It's
this
used
just
to
is the
make
stream that I'm
murals, and then I couldn't even sign my name. So yeah, I feel for
yeah,
you. I do. I still
yeah.
can't draw.
It can be very draining,
I
emotionally. Yeah.
I can understand
And it
that, and that's where I'm
yeah,
kind of like, not to tell you what to do with your life, but I'm like, maybe like the abstract where you just like throw paint at a wall and see what happens. Like
yeah.
just
I've
because
thought
you
of
never know what it might turn out like, and you might have the next Van Gogh if you just
Mhm.
do what
yeah,
you can.
I might
Sometimes
cut my ear
And
off.
I watched a
don't
lady
sleep
make
on
a
that.
3D painting using nothing but spots of paint on a dustbin, like the dustbin you put on the floor to sweep the stuff in. She filled that with circles of paint, and then she just did something on a canvas, like in a weird kind of like zigzag motion, and it all came off like as it was. And it was 3D abstract art, and it was gorgeous. It took her
Oh,
3 minutes.
I
yeah,
am
3
no
minutes
artist.
to make.
When I was little, I used to take a pencil and just like draw lines all over a paper,
Yep.
and then I would
And see
fill
what it
in.
turned out.
I would just like close my eyes and do it or like doodle,
Mhm.
and then I would color in different sections.
Uh-huh.
And like it would be like this,
yeah,
not like a checkerboard, but almost like a you never know what you're gonna get kind of a
Mhm.
situation because it was completely random and I just went, drew a bunch of squiggly lines all over and then started coloring it in.
yeah.
Girl,
And
when
then
I'm very
I covered
stressed,
the
I
entire
draw
page.
triangles. I draw a triangle, and then I make smaller triangles within it until I have no room left to make any triangles, because I need to organize my brain from this big, stress ball into this teeny tiny little manageable thing.
I
So,
mean,
and
and
that's what
also,
I do. I just create triangles constantly.
and you could also do what I mean, you can go Hunter Biden and take a straw. His
I'm
art
not
sells
that
millions of
I'm
dollars.
not that talented. I'm not that
No,
talented. I wish I was.
Uh,
no.
that's how I
Yeah.
paint. I call it throwing paint. It calms me down. See? I
Yep.
think that would allow me to get
Oh,
some like, you know,
Yeah.
annoyance out, like,
Oh,
paint
yeah,
therapy. Just
I paint
splatter
those
some
dollar
paint.
store things. You know the wooden ones in the Dollar Tree that they have
yeah.
like the little gnome, and they have like mushrooms and stars and butterflies. Those are what I paint, and they're all up on my walls. That's the only decorations I have up, because I created my
Mushroom?
own little like imaginary, like foresty kind of thing in my hallway.
I was the
But
person who always painted like wooden boxes and like crates. Instead of
Oh,
buying like decorative crates when I was a kid, I would
yep,
just go
yeah.
to Walmart and buy like a raw wood crate and paint it.
yep.
Yep.
Mine are like
Oh,
8 colors.
It
Yeah.
wasn't artistic, but it wasn't super artistic because it was just paint on a wall basically.
Mhm.
But
yeah.
at the same time, it was like I could paint it whatever color I wanted instead of having to buy something off the shelf. And
Girl, I was bored one day and painted all my doors blue in my house.
I don't
TARDIS
know
blue
if I do
because
that.
I
It
love
seems like a
Doctor
lot of
Who.
work.
That was no, it was a lot less work than painting the walls. The walls stayed the color they were, and then painted the doors, and everything looked different. It was gorgeous.
Only time I've painted the walls in this house is when the little decided to take a dry erase marker to the wall.
At least it was dry erase. Connor did my
Yeah, but it
entire wall in Sharpie. Every color Sharpie imaginable. A good 8 feet of wall from my front door all the way to the living room. And he
oh
was
no,
so proud. So
oh
proud.
no,
And very upset with me when I painted over it.
oh no.
Uh-huh.
Well, I did all
Yeah.
of this. I did all of this before I painted the underneath the windowsill and next to our TV in our living room, and I
Mhm.
painted it all before Mr. Squid got home, hoping I later told him, but I was hoping, like, does it look like it's still wet? Did I no, I'm, like, looking at it, I'm like, I have the windows open and the fan on. Is he gonna smell paint? Like,
God.
I told him later, I was like, "Do you wanna know what happened today?"
God.
He's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Do you really wanna know?" He's like, "Don't tell me." I'm like, "I'm gonna tell you anyway."
See, you
Uh,
get in trouble doing home projects. You're like me. I was
yeah, I
painting
just
the house when I was 9 months pregnant with my son, and my brother walked in and was like, "Why are you up on a chair?" I was like, "Shh." If somebody might hear you, shut up. Get
yeah,
off that
Mr.
chair.
Squid doesn't really want me up on the ladder because I get dizzy.
Yeah, I do too, but I do what I
I move
want.
my balance from time to time, and he's like, "The last thing I need is you up on the ladder and to lose your balance or get dizzy," and I'm
No.
like, "Good point." But Squaw Bob, thanks for the, 1 Squid Pro membership. I think that went to Stacy Nat, and then maybe
Thanks.
not always coming in with the, 20 Squid Pro memberships, coming in clutch with the, turning the chat green today, and
Well, maybe
those
not.
went to a whole
Awesome.
bunch of people. So if you
That's
got a membership
awesome.
I think we're up to, like, 44 memberships today.
Yeah, 44 at last count.
Like, uh okay, now I really need to do a members only stream because
You got
my
lo
dad got
lo
a membership.
There you go, you got good members.
Uh,
What
it's
would you
just
talk about on your members only stream? All the stuff you
sometimes I
can,
do like Reddit stories. We go through
Okay.
Reddit stuff. My friend has a podcast on Spotify, and when she
Mhm.
initially launched her podcast, because it's a little not exactly super YouTube friendly. It's about mom life and dealing with narcissists, and
Mm.
her ex-husband is a raging narcissist, and she has
Mhm.
2 children who are, like, 12 and 10 now,
Ooh.
12 and 9. So, she deals with a raging narcissist and, like, what it's like to be over 40 and trying to date, like, that kind of a podcast. It's
Mhm.
called Cheeky as Fuck. Um,
Mhm.
when she was wanted me to listen to it and see what I thought on her first episode, and I was like, "Can I do a members only stream? Because that way we can get lots of people's feedback." Well, like 30, but you get the point. And
Yeah.
so I don't I feel like on the other channel, I would have more members only content. This one usually do like just help me research, or like, I'm installing some new equipment, help me figure out what I'm doing and not look like a boomer, like kind of a situation. I get the most views where I tell people not to watch. Like going back, I'm like, new mic, testing my
Yeah.
microphone. Do not watch this stream. And
Yeah.
I get like
Gotta be there. Gotta
1,000
be there.
views, and then, like, something like the cassette hearing or, my Iran streams, they get, like, 150 views, and I'm like, "The shit
Yeah.
that actually matters to people
Yeah.
get no views," but I tell people not to watch because I'm testing a new mic, and I just wanna make sure everything works, gets 1,000 views.
Make it make sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
It
know.
does.
No, it doesn't.
well, eh, how are you today? And that was just an example because that's what happened back in the day. I think you and Slug were on my channel one day when I had said, don't I literally the thumbnail said do not watch test stream, and it had like 80 people in it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I only had like 1,000 subscribers
They
back
wanted
then.
to
So, like,
participate.
it was one of those situations. I only had 1,000 subscribers and I had a video with over 1,000 views. Like, how does this happen?
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna have to try that someday. Just put "do not watch this" and see if it helps me.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll do that someday. Yeah.
Sunday we are covering healing the zombie pox. I think Sunday is going to be another chronic pain stream. I'm just not sure where I'm leaning to. I think I want to do something like chronic pain and training because this week has been kind of hard, but I still went to the gym and did 2 workouts this morning. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to reinvent the wheel on that one, but
Well, the way the weather has been
I'm now
going.
well injured. I ripped
Aw.
a chunk of my skin off, so grabbing the bar this
Okay.
morning was not fun.
The way the weather's been going, you might. I don't know if there's anything that you can talk about regarding that because people experience like flare-ups a lot more
Oh.
when the weather changes are so drastic,
And I did
and
do
it's hard dealing with flare-ups.
and this
Yeah.
is one of the reasons that I love talking to people because I have like I want to kind of talk about this, but I don't know where to go. And then someone mentions like Snipe Hunter and that stream, what was it, like 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
Your rare syndrome day stream. I was like, you said something in there that was like, I fell down a rabbit hole. I got back up, I brought my climbing gear, there were no injuries, but I feel like I want to talk about stuff, but I don't exactly know because chronic pain is like I could talk about chronic pain 10 different ways to Sunday and have content for the next 5 years
Mhm.
because it's such a big umbrella. So you kind of got to pick a lane and go there. And I just don't always know what lane I want to pick until someone says something and it resonates. And I'm like, okay, now or there's a comment and someone's like, well, what about this? I'm like, it's a really good idea. Because I get a lot of things from the chat and from the comment section that like
Mhm.
my brain processes, but I'm like, is anybody gonna care? And then when somebody brings something up, I'm like, that right there. I have a thought, but other people put it into words.
Mhm.
That stream was
And I
20
did have about that time, I had a flare up and we went from like 60 degrees down to like
Yep.
10 below in
Yep.
that same
That's
time,
gonna
and
be
I had
all
a
week.
flare up of my rheumatoid arthritis, which had been really good, and I had where my arm and my hands were really rough for like 3, 4 days, and then they were fine. But
Mhm.
but it's like, just for a few days, it was like, "Oh, crap, this is coming back," you know? Just
Yeah, like I get the
like,
claw.
it was the
Every
same.
once in a while, my
But
hand will just close into a
yeah,
freaking claw, and it's the most painful thing. And I'm like fighting with my other hand, trying to like pull my fingers out so that I can flex my hand open. And yeah, but
yeah,
it's scary. People don't realize that flare-ups, they come out of nowhere. You can't
yeah,
predict them, and you never know what they're going to do because they're almost always different.
Yeah, and it's different for
yeah, mine
each
never.
it's different for
Yeah,
each chronic pain syndrome too. Like
Mhm.
um
yeah,
CRPS will be completely different than rheumatoid arthritis, will be different from a lupus kind of autoimmune, will
Mhm.
be different from a structural deficit, um, or like a spinal cord issue. Like it,
yeah,
you never quite
no,
know where you're gonna end up.
No, and you can't predict it because a lot of my doctors were like, Lyme disease, as soon as it's out of your
yeah,
system, you're going to be fine. There's no whatever. Da, da, da.
yeah,
No, it lingers. Even though the pathogen you're saying is not in the bands that you're testing, doesn't mean that it's not there because I passed those tests before. And the chronic pain, it's like they don't understand that I could be fine for weeks and then all of a sudden I can't even get out of bed. Like
For
blinking
for a
hurts.
while, and I don't know about you guys, but in my experience, it used to be like it always was around something big and stressful.
Mm,
So people automatically assumed that I was trying to get out of something. It's like,
mhm,
no, the stress from this event coming up is probably what caused it. And I'm not
Yep.
trying to get out of the event, but then you get out of it because you don't feel well, and now
Mm.
everybody hates you because, oh, you managed to get out of the, project or the, in service that we had or whatever. And it was like, I didn't do it on purpose. My body just said F you,
Mhm.
and I have to oblige, otherwise I'm gonna be no use to anybody.
Mhm.
There was times like, I love to garden. There were times I couldn't go out in my garden to do anything
Yeah.
before I got diagnosed and knew what it was, and it would be I would be fine for 4 or 5 hours in the garden doing something, and then it would be just like the snap of a finger, and my
Yep.
shoulders would just lock up, and I couldn't move them, and my hands all of a sudden would get where they just were claws, and I couldn't do anything, and I would have to go in and be done for 2 or 3 days, and it was, you know, it wasn't that. Yeah, I love doing that. There's no time where I don't wanna be out there, but I couldn't do it, and it just that oh, when that was happening, it was like, I had no idea at that point what it was, and that's
That's the
scary.
scary part, not knowing.
Yeah, not knowing, and
Or
that's
when they gaslight you and tell you that, "Oh, it's all in your head, it's anxiety."
Yep.
you
Mhm.
know, I
What?
was I was so lucky. My first my primary care did some X-rays on my shoulder and just said, "Oh, there's a little bit of arthritis in there, that could be what it is, but take this mild medication for a month. If it doesn't go away, we'll go to an orthodontist, orthopedic,
Getting you braces, damn it,
yeah, orthopedic surgeon or something."
for
So,
the other
a
braces.
month
Yeah.
a month later, I say, "It's not getting better." She gets me into him. He looks at me for 15 minutes and says, "I don't think I can help you. I'm gonna do some blood work, and I think there's gonna be a different doctor you see." And a week later, I was in with a rheumatologist.
Well, at
It was
least your doctor was like, "There's
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
nothing there's nothing that I can do, but I can refer you to someone who
yes,
might be able to
yes,
help you."
he knew what it was right away,
The damn
and
VA and the nurse practitioner was like, "Well, you can always go to the ER if your headaches are so bad."
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm
that
not gonna be making friggin' weekly trips to the ER because I can't see my hand in front of my face, or, like, I feel like someone's trying to, like, beat out of my skull with an ice pick, or I can't feel my legs. I know I'm not having a stroke because it's on
Mhm.
both sides. Like, I
Yep.
was literally at a grocery store one time, and y'all can tell me if you've had any weird experiences, but before I got my diagnosis, I was pushing a cart down an aisle at, Meijer or whatever grocery store I was at the time, and my arms literally went numb. Starting at the shoulder, working all the way down to my fingertips. It started on my right side, and I seriously thought I was having a stroke until it started on my left side.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what? What is
Mhm.
happening? And yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's anxiety. No, that's anxiety inducing, but it's
Yes.
not caused by anxiety. It's like
They
the
told
first
me I
time
had
I had
PTSD. I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, this is from PTSD because, your central nervous system is so overworked." And then I found another doctor and he wrote all my symptoms down and he was like, "I'm going to send you for 6 tests." And I hope it's none of them. And it was like he tested me for multiple sclerosis, lupus, um, Lyme disease. There was some like 4 name thing that it was really long. It was somebody's name, not Epstein Barr, but it was kind of like Guillain something,
Guillain-Barré.
Oh, yeah.
something like that. And there was another one I can't remember, and syphilis. And I was like, well, fucking better not be syphilis. I was like, because I'm already crazy. I don't need to go crazy here,
Uh,
But and
that might have
when
been
he got the
easier to
result,
get rid of them.
but that's the thing. He tested for these 6 things and he looks and when he sees his Lyme disease, that's what makes him go shit. And I was like, what? He goes, it's the one I really hoped it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He said, because it's the one we know the least about and the least we can help you with. He was like, all we could do is isolate symptoms and take care of them one at a time. That's why I was on 9 to 11 medications a day. I was crazy. Winning got me off all that stuff. I literally was crazy. And everything we looked up, they had me on statins, they had me on everything. Like, what does my cholesterol have to do with how I feel, like
Yeah.
mentally and physically? Like, that's not going to make a difference. It just made me crazier. But everything they gave us, as we read through, like each one, it was, if you have asthma or a thyroid condition, don't take this. I have both. Every single one. I was like, they're trying to kill me. They weren't alleviating my symptoms. They were giving me symptoms that overrode everything else so that I couldn't deal with anything. So they just immobilized me even further. It was terrible.
It's one of those
And I still had the
situations.
pain.
What? Like you have to deal with all of the side effects and new pains, and then you can't figure out what's actually your
Nope.
body's problem and what is the medication causing problems. It's just
Mhm.
it's like a hot mess express of bullshit.
That is a
That's
real
right,
thing.
Heidi. Statins are horrible for liver, thyroid, and asthma. And I have no gallbladder because I had emergency gallbladder surgery because it turned on me, bastard.
Yeah, the medications, and once you kind of start on some, and the one thing that maybe you wanna someday talk about too is, I don't know if it was for you, but with the RA, I know I have to be on medication the rest of my life. There's no option,
Mm.
you know, to not be. That was a very difficult thing to think about, that, I tolerate the medications for this pretty well, so that
That's
isn't a
good.
big deal, but it's still just thinking about that, where if I live 30 years or whatever, I have to take that every day to not have the pain, or once a week is the one, but, you know, and it's a difficult thing to get through your brain, that that's the rest of your life, you
Hmm.
know, and that, yeah, that was a that's been a tougher thing than I thought it would be, you know?
But here's the thing, you have to take that for the rest of your life, which hopefully thank thanking taking it, or like because
Yeah,
you're
that it
taking
worked.
it, no, that you'll have a long and
Yeah.
like not pain-free life, because we all know that don't
Yeah,
happen,
you're still gonna have some, yeah.
but a better quality of life for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So if
Oh, yeah.
you got to reframe your brain to look at it that way, maybe
Yeah.
instead of it being like this is an obligation, you're obligated to take care of your body the rest of your life. Then how well you take care of it, that's going to determine how long your life is going to go. So
Yeah.
if you're willing to take care of yourself for many, many years, then just look at it as a tool
A
that's going to help you
and
do that.
the
It's
bonus
not a
on the one,
punishment.
the bonus on the one, I won't get malaria.
There you go. See?
It's an anti-malaria
So I
drug,
love
so
silver linings.
yeah.
Now hurry up and take a trip to Africa and go play with the
Yeah,
mosquito.
Yeah,
Like,
now's the
those
time you
are
need to
too.
take vacations 'cause you've already got the prophylactic.
there
Yeah,
you go.
I
We'll
can
just send
already
you to Africa covered in sugar water. You'll be fine,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah, I could go work on the Panama Canal.
There you go. I hear they need good help, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know how you feel tonight, but do you feel a difference from before you got your diagnosis and having all these unexplained weird symptoms that like people could tell you, well, we don't know what's going on, or try to gaslight you versus having to be on a medication your entire life, but having a diagnosis, which is which is worse. That's how I look at it. Like I might have to be on stuff for the rest of my life. However, at least for the first time, I have a diagnosis and I feel vindicated that I wasn't making up my symptoms
Yep.
and that I have an answer.
They could
It
have told me
depends
I
on
had
yeah,
cancer of the puppy and I would have been relieved because finally, at least it's someplace
yeah,
to start. I can't fight if I don't know where the battle is taking place. I can't, run the marathon if I don't know where the starting line is. Like you got to pinpoint something that I can take and run with. because I have to be proactive about it. I can't just sit back and wonder, because my head is going to make it 100 times worse than anything that's going to come out of your mouth.
That's true.
It,
And like,
yeah,
if you tell me that I
Because
have
we
a
research
terminal,
and we know. That's
if
the
you tell me I
problem.
have something terminal, and like, yeah, I'm going to be
oh,
sad, but at the same time, like, at least I have a freaking answer. Like, I'm not sitting
You
here
know.
being
Mhm.
bullshit for
oh,
years and years of like, hey, can you, figure out what's going on? Or, hey, oh, I can finally make you an appointment for neurology. Well, yeah,
Mhm.
thank you for that. And then the
oh,
neurologist being like,
yeah.
well, you have some abnormal things, but we don't know what's causing it. And then you get the MRI back and they don't even see it on the MRI.
Mhm.
No one sees it on the MRI until you
Mhm.
file a complaint. And then the head of neurology looks at it and goes, oh yeah, plain as day right there. Like, how did nobody else see that, including a radiologist?
Yep.
Are we
You
like,
know,
I can look at that and be like, I looked at my own MRI and was like, I don't know what's wrong, but that doesn't look like any other MRI I've seen.
Right? Mine was full of lightning bolts, and I was like, what's all this?" He was like, "Yeah, that's the bacteria eating away at your brain." I was like, "Oh, that's great.
Oh,
Can we
oh
maybe
yeah.
stop that?" Like, is there a way to stop that bacteria?
Well,
yeah,
that's fun.
I
my
know,
my
and it's
MRI
supposed to be
looked
a bacteria that can't go through like blood barriers, but it does.
oh, my MRI looked fine, which I was amazed with because I was just glad they found a brain when they
I mean,
but
that is always a
yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to know. It would depend when you ask me if it's, like, good to have a diagnosis, it depends on which one of the things I have. The the rheumatoid arthritis it really that was great because and for a year, like, in my family, I was, like, going, "Why do things hurt?" I mean, I woke up some mornings thinking I broke my wrist and
Mhm.
couldn't figure out how did I break my wrist while I was sleeping. I'd wake up with so much pain. It was the worst pain I'd ever had, and it would I was getting down to where I was only sleeping 1 or 2 hours a night because my shoulder pain was so bad. And so
like
once I got that did once that one when I found out what it was, that was a big relief for me. Even with the medication having to take for the rest of my life, that one the
so. I'm gonna show
the
y'all
neuro
a picture. This is my well. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. There we go. That's my MRI. Like, you can look at that and be like, that looks weird.
oh, yeah, there's something poked out the bottom there.
Yeah. Like this little guy right here,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
supposed to be there.
yeah.
It's supposed to be up. But then if you I'm moving it so I don't show my
Personal.
yeah. Uh, this is the after. So all of this right here, that used to
Whoa.
be bone, like that used to be part of my skull. So there's a patch
My goodness.
right in this area that I every time I tip my head back, I can feel
Oh,
this area. It doesn't
And
it
that's what makes you dizzy, right? Because that's what makes me dizzy.
yeah.
Because
It's
my
like more
skull
the
is too close to the top of, I guess, my spinal column, and they press against one another whenever I look up.
it's so
That's the
weird.
simplest explanation.
Yeah,
That
right now it feels like well, every time I tipped my head back when I was before,
Mhm.
I would basically crush my skull.
Yeah. Now,
So
did you lose consciousness, or did you get like the vertigo dizzy and
I would
fall?
get
Or did you get the
vertigo,
muscles?
dizzy, and fall.
Yeah, that's happens to me. That's why I don't reach for the top shelves. I don't get nothing off the top of the refrigerator. I just never look up,
I don't really
because when
get
I have to,
super
I'm like,
dizzy anymore.
like it takes out my
yeah.
legs. Like my
The only
legs go instantly weak.
yeah, I can see that. The only time I get really dizzy is when I'm like upside down, like when I'm doing GHD sit-ups or I'm doing something like wall walks or a handstand or something like that, and my brain's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Because people are not supposed to be upside down, woman.
Yeah.
Unless there's another person involved. That was bad. But anyway.
I knew she was
I
going
should have
there.
seen that coming.
That's what you said.
That's I knew that was coming too.
As soon as I said it, I'm like just waiting for the
I'm
fallout.
sorry, Mama and Papa Squid.
Oh, yeah.
I am 40. I have a child. Like they.
It doesn't matter. I'm 52 and I still apologize to my mother when I say something that, she
That's the one
evidently
thing I don't do. I probably should, but I don't. I apologize to my mother for just saying stuff because it is what it is.
Yeah.
The
And
only
she
person I
probably
can blame
shouldn't.
for saying stuff is Mr. Squid because
Mm.
he's like language. I'm like, shit.
That just makes you curse more. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've been at this almost 2 hours. I have
Mhm.
to get back to the 3D world because the 3D
Okay.
world is messy.
Yeah, I got to make chicken fettuccine Alfredo for dinner
Ooh,
from scratch.
yummy.
So I got to go grate my Parmesan cheese.
Uh,
I know, I
The
made it
little-
really
Yeah.
good. My son was like,
little
"Can we
has not
please have
been
that?"
feeling so great
you
lately.
break your
so-
fettuccine in half so it fits in the pot better.
A pox on you. Never. These freaking. Oh, that's sacrilege, you heathen. God.
I'm-
I know people who do that, and I don't mock them for it, but I don't do that.
Yeah.
My son yelled at me one time when he saw me doing it because I used to do it not to fit in the pot because he would wind the spaghetti around and I'd have sauce all over my walls because he and it would so I made them shorter so they didn't have such a whip.
the only time I used to do that, or my parents did that when I was a kid, so that I could eat spaghetti easier instead of like,
See?
for a child I can see, but like grown
They
ass people,
should have
like,
done that for my sister. She would like swallow them and then pull them back out. Oh my god.
No, I love when Connor eats spaghetti because inevitably it winds up in his eye. He's just, I'm like,
how does that happen? I don't want to know.
it's great. Because you suck the spaghetti in and it does that last little like flip at the end before you get it all the way in your mouth, and the sauce always boom right up in his eye. So it's like he's got a talent for it, much like his mother.
Yeah.
All right. Do y'all want to mention anything that you have coming up before we say goodbye?
The only thing
Well,
I
I
got
have
coming
no
up is a dentist appointment. That's all I got
Yeah.
going on. That's it.
Hey,
You like to
Yeah,
live stream it now?
yeah, I
No.
I
Oh,
have some
Winnie, hey, good to see you.
Hey, Winnie,
Hey,
good
when
time to show up.
at the end.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I redirected to Flux yesterday just as she was ending. Like I went to go to her stream and it said streamed 1 minute ago, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm awful.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
like,
Winnie,
oh great,
good
I
to
hope she
see ya.
redirected to someone good.
Yeah, but no,
Ugh.
I don't
Well, this
have
was
anything
fun. I
either
enjoyed
coming
this.
up. Yeah.
You have nothing coming up at all?
No, not really.
Well,
I'll
not
probably
really
do
means
something in a
something.
week. In a week or two, I'll do another stream. Maybe I'll try.
And if you
he was
haven't
most looking
subscribed,
forward to this.
if you haven't subscribed to either of these two, you need to. Snipe Hunter is
Yeah.
at last time I checked, like 53 subscribers. We need to get him over 100 like yesterday. Like,
Who?
come on. Snipe Hunter. He was at like 50, 52 or
Pepperoni,
53.
you have 50? Why didn't you tell me? I'll promote you.
What?
I'll
Yeah,
promote your streams.
I mean,
I'm good
I
at
don't-
promoting.
Yeah,
I
Like,
don't know what my reach is anymore, but
yeah.
I'll promote
I don't know what
I
my
don't know.
reach is too, but I act like it's much bigger, than it
Certainly,
is.
like
good.
Make it till you make
you're
it.
yeah, you're
There you
pretty
go.
short, so you don't have long arms, so you don't have much reach. I know that.
Listen, amazing things come in short packages. Okay?
I had to
Don't
ask
Yeah.
put down short people. We buy ankles.
bag for me yesterday because I couldn't reach him. Our house was not built for short people.
Mm-mm.
Our house is not built for short people, and I am short. Anyway,
Randy
guys,
Newman was right.
How tall are you?
5'2.5".
Okay, I'm 5'3", so I feel you.
I think I was 5'3" like 10 years ago.
I was 5'4". I was. I shrunk. So
I mean, yeah, which makes me question how short I'm actually gonna end up being.
I'll probably wind up being like 4'11". Like just be this tiny little thing that you can rest your beer on my head and be fine.
Well,
Oh,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Anyway, guys, tomorrow we have ETM is streaming. We're doing chronic pain, and apparently we're doing chronic pain flare-ups. Still
Oh,
not
yeah.
exactly
I'm
sure
on.
which way I'm going with that one, but I kind of went, like I have a roadmap of what I want to talk about, and I just
Mm.
gotta like get some inspiration. And these two were my inspiration. So now I know what I kind of want to talk about tomorrow. I never quite know. Like I have an idea, but I'm like, "Meh." Which if I had an idea a week or two in advance, like my streams would be much better. But uh, it is what it is. We are working on it slowly but surely. However, I will see you guys over like 7:15 Eastern time tomorrow night on the other channel, and then Tuesday back here for some NTSB stuff because there has been some updates
Yeah.
to Tennessee Fly Girl, her accident. There has been some updates, or the report came out for the Bangor crash, and we are going to discuss all that and how weather can affect your flying.
There
So
you go.
I will see you guys tomorrow night. Please subscribe to my
Yeah.
other channel if you haven't. I don't promote it often because I want it to grow authentically and naturally. However,
I mean, how
it
are you
is
gonna
my
do that if you don't promote it?
it
Yeah.
well, I wanted to
Girl!
give it time for YouTube to like get it to the right audience because the audience that tunes into like the drama streams and the court trials is not exactly the same audience who tuned into fall prevention and you know
Yeah.
chronic pain and all of that. So I wanted
It's
it to
hard to get
kind
out
of
of
like
community loops. Yes, I'm aware.
yeah, so I
Stuck
wanted
in
it
one loop for a
originally to like
year. So
grow. Plus, there's people who told me that I shouldn't do it and that I couldn't do it and all of that. So I kind of
Mhm.
didn't want to advertise that I was doing it until it had content and I can be like, you see what I've been doing lately? Because I had
Yeah.
people that accused me of stealing their content, and I'm like, now we're gonna one, I wasn't doing that anyway because that person has no content. But at the same time, now I'm really not doing it because I'm using my college degree and my professional certifications to make content, of which neither of these people have.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can I steal content when I'm using a college degree that you don't have?
Yeah.
That's my petty side.
Again, none of these people matter. At the
That,
end of the
that's
day,
true.
they are literally temporary noise that you hear, like somebody farting outside your window. Like
That
that's
is
it. That's the equivalent.
That's very true, but I use that as motivation because you don't think I can do it. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to succeed just to spite you because
But
I'm
you're not
petty.
promoting it.
Well, that's because I wanted to grow
Make
it
it
naturally. I
happen.
have
Woman,
304
I dare you.
hours.
Yeah, you're
I
getting up there.
dare
It's
you.
going.
I'm getting
I
there.
mean,
I'm just short on the
yeah.
watch hours. So at a certain point,
Yeah.
like subscribers don't matter without the watch hours. So
So
Yeah.
it's
that's
a
when you tell your chat that you need watch hours, and then they run your old episodes in the
Yeah.
background of their apps.
yeah. I
Yeah.
also
Girl,
have to
that's
actually
how we
upload
used
all
to
the
up each
content
other's
that I
numbers.
claim I want to do. So you know. Wonder who that is. Probably someone who's very good at projection. Yeah, the projection is real. I'll tell you if
Yeah.
you really want to know. Not on
Oh,
stream,
if you
no.
ever
Not on
want to
stream.
have a discussion about narcissists, he's the expert on them.
Oh,
You would enjoy
yeah.
talking to him about narcissists.
Oh, I have winning. You and I should talk because I've
You
got
should.
stories for
Yeah.
you of other YouTubers that I think I would like your input on because you've been doing this a
I
lot
feel
longer
like
than
I
me.
want to be part of that conversation, damn it.
Oh, you can be part
But
of
you
that
can have them all
conversation
to
too.
yourself. I trust them. I don't
Okay.
share him very much. I mean, if you know, he's like sequestered. So it's like,
Yeah.
he's my prisoner.
I
He's
am
my
promoting
prisoner. I
it.
have
Get
to.
your ass in here. I'm working on
There
it.
you go.
It's been I cut back on streaming from this channel to Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Like those are my definite days, and then if I throw in extra streams, it's a bonus. But those are like I used to do Monday through Thursday,
Mhm.
and now I'm just doing 3 days a week because I want to put other content on that other channel. However, 3D World kind of got in the way, and making sure my child is healthy and regular, if you get the drift,
Yeah.
comes first.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Potty
I don't
training
know
is
how Mr.
traumatic.
Mo is doing. Mr. Mo is out of surgery and home and resting. So,
Oh,
home and
mazel tov.
resting. King Bob, I think Mo put up a community post or an update somewhere. I encourage you to go check that out because she has more details than I do.
Yep. There was a good 10-minute video this morning that she did.
Yes, she
Oh,
has much.
wow.
I mean, obviously, it's not my
Yeah.
spouse or my life, so I can only see out from a distance. Like I do consider her a friend, but I'm also not the type to pry because I don't know. Yeah. So Mo put up a video this morning.
Yeah.
Cool.
Put up a video of your ETM logo for 12 hours, nothing else. We'll get you the watch hours.
There you go.
Jenny
right.
saying that you stole her content. She fell down, and then you talked about not falling down. Yeah.
You stole my content. I fell down,
You-
talked about it, and then you did a fall prevention stream. How are you? I actually need to finish that because I had a fall prevention series. We did 3 videos of 5. And then the holidays, I forgot to take into account with starting a new channel and doing a series that Christmas
Mhm.
kind of throws a wrench into everything. And I just never got back to it, which I need to because I'm from Wisconsin. Like I don't like cold and snow, but I know cold and snow. I worked in OT in a hospital in Wisconsin in the wintertime. Falls and heart
Feel my
attacks
pain.
are
Mhm.
huge. That's why whenever someone tells me they fall, I take it I don't take it personally, but if
I know
I
you
am going
freaked
to
out
take something
yesterday
personally,
when
if
I
I
said
am
I
going to take
fell.
something personally, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a fall. When my friends fall,
Yeah.
I'm like, even though there's nothing that I could do, I'm like, I have like even when Tug fell, I'm like, dude, I have a whole channel for fall prevention.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not trying like at that time I was like, I'm not trying to promote myself, but like I
Girlfriend,
have
sometimes gravity
information on
wins.
fall prevention. Like,
Yeah.
please watch it and please like I'm like the rib fracture stream. It's because I know 3 people at that
Oh.
same exact time had rib fractures and they all told me about it. So I did a rib fracture stream. And this is where it's like I want to talk about things, but the chat and the people who message me kind of guide my what I'm talking about next.
Mhm.
Because if I talk about some things, it might be important to me, but it's not important to anybody else. However, if someone says they have a broken rib and their doctor
Mhm.
said they're cleared for whatever activity, but they feel like shit, well, let's see what we can do about it and what the research says and
Mhm.
all of this. So I base my content on what is happening in my little community. So
In the words of
Yeah.
Nick Ricada, chat does not know what they want. If they did, they wouldn't be here. So,
true.
and I honestly, I believe that. Like your chat, they will mess with you. They could love you, but you got to lead your chat. You got to just pick your thing, and then you can
Well,
talk about all the stuff in the chat. But give
and
them
and
something to
that's
come
true
back
on
to.
this channel. I abide by that on this channel, but
Yeah.
that channel, since it's a little bit more niche, it
Mhm.
is guided by the community because
The needs.
if I talk about a broken leg and nobody has a broken leg, it's like, okay, well, how does that apply to
Yeah.
me and nobody's going to watch? But if I know 5 or 6 people who have fallen and I do fall prevention, if those 5 or 6 people that I personally know had a fall within the last week, how many
Mhm.
people fell that I don't know? And it might be it might get more traction
Yeah.
because it's a more like
It's
up
more
front.
relevant.
It's more
Yeah.
relevant to them at that
Well,
particular
that's
time.
why I told you about the weather with the flare-ups, because right now we're going through huge weather changes, and in the next week we're supposed to, like, the whole West Coast
Oh.
is supposed to have like a heat wave, and the whole East Coast is supposed to be frozen, and then it's supposed
Well,
to flip again.
yeah.
So it's just going to keep happening until the weather stabilizes, which God only knows when that'll happen.
Yeah.
Because I remember last Memorial Day being cold, so it was like we didn't do
Yeah.
anything on Memorial Day. But that's why I
Yeah.
said that, because a lot of people are going to be going through those types of flare-ups, and some might not realize why. They might not
Yeah.
be like,
We're
you
gonna
know, well, why is it just, I mean, it got warm out. It's not cold out.
no.
It's warm. It doesn't matter. It's an extreme
Yeah.
change.
We're gonna be 0 tomorrow night, and we're gonna be 70 by Wednesday.
We're supposed to be like it's been in the 40s at night and like 70s or 80s less Wednesday. Either Tuesday or Wednesday it was 90.
Yeah.
70 and
Oh,
thunderstorms on Monday, 20 and ice on Tuesday.
oh
I was
Yeah.
like, great.
no,
Because of course
maybe
I have
not
to
this
drive
long, this
Tuesday.
spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spring, got the
And me
gots
be
this spring.
and me
This is
being horrible at promotion too. I am on Shenny's most weekends too, so Friday and Saturday night.
Shenny, I love you, but sometimes it's just hard to catch your streams because of the time change.
Oh, yeah.
So I end up
They're late.
watching. Yeah. Well, that's the difference between West Coast time and East Coast time.
Yeah.
I'm 3 hours ahead. 9 o'clock
Yeah.
for y'all or out there is midnight here, and I'm like, when you have a toddler who gets up at all
Yeah.
hours, it's like I need to
Yeah.
sleep when I can sleep.
Baby time is a different thing.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
like even watching The Expert at night, I'm like, I gotta go to bed because I would love to stay up and chat with y'all, but she's asleep now, and if I don't go to sleep now, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. So
Mhm. Yep. Do what you got to do, girl.
we had 68 degrees Fahrenheit 2 days ago. Now it's snowing.
Mm-hmm. It snowed yesterday while the sun was out
All right,
during
guys.
like a huge freaking windstorm.
This is a Southern goodbye. We've said goodbye like 4
Yeah.
times. And
That's the
this
same
is what we
Jersey
call
goodbye. It's fine.
Southern goodbye. We say goodbye and then we keep talking. We say goodbye.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Heidel's always in the chat, like, land in the plane, eat,
Yeah.
like, eat.
Yeet.
Like, and
Well,
I'm
thank
like,
you for having me on. I appreciate
Yeah.
the invitation and I enjoyed
no
this.
problem. I'm glad we
Yeah.
finally
Thank
found a
you.
time that like works. So if
Yeah.
y'all ever want to do it again, feel free. Most
Let me
Saturdays
know.
work for me, so
Yeah.
yeah,
This was
most
fun.
Saturdays. So this was a lot of fun. And like I said, when we said, what are we talking about? I don't know. We just go where the
Oh,
conversation takes us.
yeah.
Because,
Yeah, it's not exactly like any of us are super shy. So
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, we can talk
It's
about
funny
things.
because my two greatest fears growing up were public speaking and even in college, public speaking and reading documents out loud or books out loud. You know, when
then
you
the two things
like
that you do.
history class and you got to read from the book and you're like, oh my God, where are they going to stop? Am I going to F it up? Am I not going to pronounce something right and get laughed at? And now I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Either help me or make fun of me. I don't care. We're moving on.
Oh, if I was in a room with you two and this group was watching us in a studio, I wouldn't talk at all. That's
Why?
because that would be weird. I, I have
I mean,
phobia.
it'd be a little more weird you doing your impression of a mannequin.
Well,
Well, it gives new meaning to the mannequin challenge.
yeah.
I guess.
No, I can't do a mannequin challenge. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe not like land in the plane.
Yeah. Okay.
No, thanks,
Vroom.
maybe not. Because even though Heidel does it all the time, so I'm working on, expanding like member stuff and emojis and stuff like that. Landing a plane would be a really good emoji. But
That
if I
would
don't
be.
write it down, I'll forget it.
You should put it on some merch.
Yeah.
I need to make my rage quitter merch still because sometimes freckled ginger will come in here and she'll be like, I'm rage quitting. I really have to go back to work, but I'm rage quitting because she makes fun of the people who get pissed with what I say and rage quit. And not only do they rage quit, they let everybody know they're rage quitting. So
I sometimes thumbs down, but with love.
now everybody's doing it. So on that note, guys, I really do have to go this time. My bladder is telling me I have to go.
Wonderful night.
Okay.
Bye,
Yeah.
chat.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys. I will see you tomorrow on the other channel. Have a good one.